How are we doing, everybody? Welcome back to another new comic book day vlog. Today is June 3rd, 2026, the beginning of June, the first month of June. And I'm right here outside my local comic book store, Multiverse Games and Comics, as always, because this is my local comic book store. And today I have 5 comic books for this week. And it's Marvel, DC, and indie comics. But it's like mostly DC comics. Yeah, it's mostly DC Comics, so let me start off with DC. For DC, it is Batman issue 10. This is a fun comic book, and we're kicking things off from issue 9, where Vandal Savage, our main antagonist for this series of Batman comic book, is trying to hunt down Batman, Batgirl, Oracle, Robin, and Damian, and all the others in the Batman family. Vandal Savage created a new police squad, which is his own police squad, and they're hunting down everybody. And I think last month was a new comic book series that just came out that I showed you, Barbara Gordon Breakout, which it was a tie-in to Batman issue 9. They captured Barbara Gordon and they sent her to jail, and Vandal Savage was telling her where are the others Batman family and who are their real identity, but Barbara doesn't give in, so she just sends into jail, and she's thrown into jail where Vandal Savage created his own prison, and right there are the baddest of the bad, even the good guys as well, like the good cops, not the corrupted cops. And so, yeah. And so now we're back in issue 10, where they're on the run, continuing on the run. So, yep, Batman issue 10. Next is Avengers of Superman, Book of L, issue 9. This is a fun little mini-series that's going on, and I heard there are going to be 3 more issues left, and this series is done. So this is also like for me, it's like a mini series because this is not an ongoing thing. So yeah, this is a little fun little read. Next is DC Sonic, the Metal Legion issue 2. And now, last month was the first issue of DC and Sonic. This is a continuing theme because last year was the very first collaboration of DC and Sonic, and the main villain was Darkseid. And so with this new series is going to be Lex Luthor and Eggman. They're both going to be the bad guys, and now we're going to Lex Luthor and Eggman are going to create their own Legion of Doom, I think it's going to be for this issue. And I'm wondering who's going to be the main bad guys to join the Legion. So yeah, those are the 3 DC Comics: Batman issue 10, Avengers Book of L issue 9, and DC and Sonic the Metal Legion issue 2. Next for Marvel, it is Iron Man issue 6, and this issue, I heard Spider-Man is going to be in this one because Tony is going to fight Norman Osborn, and I'm wondering what's the thing with Norman Osborn, because they're both into the weapons industries, like that, things like that. And so let's see what happens. And Spider-Man's going to try and stop Iron Man for hurting Norman Osborn. And for indie, it is TMNT Journeys issue 10. This is an ongoing comic book. For this one, I don't know if they're going to keep on going or be a mini series, because this is a really long comic. And as well, this is like I said so many times in the video, this is reprints or facsimiles, I think, whatever it is, of the original TMNT comic. This is the 3rd volume of the original TMNT comic books, and they just brought it back and renamed it to TMNT Journeys. So yeah, that's basically it. and I heard that the original was 31 comic books. Let's see how many comic books are going to do, and if they're going to be 31. So yeah, that's basically much it, and I'm right here outside my local comic book store for them to open up, and I'm going to wait and see if they have them. Okay, so we're back from the car. I didn't get to film much anything because there were so many people inside. I couldn't record myself grabbing the comic books and showing you the comic books. But I got my comic books right here, 5 comic books, and I actually grabbed an extra comic book. So yeah, let me show you the comic books, and let's start off. Batman issue 10. This is a fun new series that they just started with Batman by Matt Fraction and Jorge Jimenez. Matt Fraction is the writer for the Batman, and Jorge Jimenez is the art. And I really love the artwork, and I really love the story. And so yeah, Batman and his entire Bat family, it's on the run from Vandal Savage. They're trying to survive, and let's see if none of them get caught. Since I said in the beginning of the video that Barbara Gordon's been captured, and now it's time for the others. See if Bruce and his son Damian are going to survive, escape from Vandal Savage. Next is Avengers of Superman Book of L issue 9. This is a fun little series, a mini series, and just 3 more issues left, and this whole series about to be over. This is a fun little mini read. And next is DC Sonic the Hedgehog, the Metal Legion issue 2. And as you can see in the cover, we got Lex Luthor and Eggman, and we got Eggman is wearing one of Lex Luthor's armor suits. And I don't know if y'all seen, but they finally showed still images of for the new Superman movie, The Man of Tomorrow. And like Nicholas Hoult is finally wearing the Lex Luthor armor suit. And now we're having in this comic book Eggman wearing his suit. And as you can see, we got Captain Cold, Citizen Cold, however he's called, but to me he's Captain Cold. We got Black Mantis, Black Mamba, I think is his name, and we got Sinestro, the Yellow Lantern, the what is it? Fear, yeah, Fear. The yellow is for fear, and I can see in the background they're at the Daily Planet, so they're probably going to attack Superman. So yeah. And this one is also a short issue. This is only 5 issues, 5 comic book issues. So yeah, going to enjoy this. So that's basically all the DC comic books. And let me start with the Marvel. Iron Man issue 6. And we got Spider-Man right here and right here. He's like in the shadows, Norman Osborn. And Iron Man's going to go after Norman Osborn. And I wonder what's going to be about, and so can't wait for it to read this one. And then next is TMNT Journeys issue 10. This is a fun series that ID Indie Comics are bringing back, and so yeah, really fun for me to read the original TMNT comic books of the original series, the 3rd volume of the series. And so yeah, can't wait for it to read this one. So that's basically the 5 comic books that I got. Let me show you the extra. The extra is Transformers the Movie issue 1. And turns out this is a special. Let me pull this out because right here it says in the back, I don't know how well you can read it, but it says celebrating the 40 years of Transformers the Movie. And I heard about this. I think this was a animated movie that they came out back in the 90s, I think, or something like that. And so yeah, I just grabbed it because for the anniversary, and I'm really a big fan of Transformers. And I heard this is only going to be a 3-issue comic book. So yeah, very short comic book for it to read. And so, yep, can't wait for it to read this one. I never saw the original animation movie. I don't know if I can find a DVD copy of it. Okay, so yeah, that's basically pretty much it for all the comic books I got. This is all the stacks, 6 comic books right here. And I can't wait to read all of these comic books and see what my opinions are, and then tell you next week what happens in them. So yeah, that's basically much it, and I'll see y'all the next 2 comic book day vlog. Adios.